Okay, let's talk about everything that UK riders deals with in filtering. You're stuck in traffic, itching to move forward, and you see the gap, check your mirrors, but you hesitate. Is it safe? Well, is it ever safe? Is it legal? That's the massive big question all the time. Is that driver going to open the door on you? Well, that's up to perception. So today we're going to be riding through a rather busy village, and at the same time we're going to see what the law, the stats and the car drivers themselves have to say about it. So right now I've got a beautiful clear run. The sun is shining. I only have a vehicle way down the road there, and that's all I'm dealing with. Okay, but with filtering, let's see what the actual law says. But soon, I'm sure it's going to tighten up. So in the UK, filtering is legal. The Highway Code allows motorcycles to filter through slow or stationary traffic, provided it's done safely. What's safe though? Is it ever safe? So where things get a little bit fuzzy. You're expected to maintain a safe speed difference, avoid filtering near junctions, watch for doors and sudden lane changes. But most car drivers don't know it's legal, and that's where the tension starts. Right, got plenty coming the other way right now. The YouGov survey found that over 50% of UK car drivers find motorcycle filtering annoying or dangerous. So now I am going past, I've got broken lines. I don't have any junctions on the right hand side, and I've got a beautiful long kind of filter overtake because I've got slow moving traffic, so I'm going smoothly. I'm clear body language, I'm doing it without aggression. So ride actually changes how we're perceived on the road. Now, according to Transport London Rossborough, most filtering crashes happen at junctions. So I have no junctions on my right hand side. When it's filtered low moving rather than stopped traffic, so I need to be rather careful, okay? And when the speed difference is more than 15 to 20 miles per hour. I've just gone past a bus as well, which I don't usually do, but because I've got such an open road, I'm just going to swing in here because I'm going to have oncoming traffic probably soon. So yeah, that last one's critical. The faster the speed difference, the less time either party has to react. And that's when filtering turns into a collision. Let me just check the front there. Now I always position wide of mirrors. I don't tailgate bumpers. I stagger myself so I'm always in view of a wing mirror or driver's face. And I never filter when pedestrians are hidden behind vans or buses. So here we go again. Now I am teachers that say filtering relies more on judgment than skill. You need awareness, restraint and anticipation of driver's behaviour, not just bike control. Now of course at this point I'm wondering when the lights are going to change. Now drivers often feel like riders are cheating the queue, and I definitely am cheating the queue at the moment because it's not logical, it's psychological. Their brain reads your movement, and I've got a green light, and over I go. That's why you sometimes get the intentional block. A driver shifting over to the close gap, it's passive aggressive but also dangerous. Rosper says rider patience and body language can de-escalate a surprising number of these. Now, just because you can filter doesn't mean you should. I avoid filtering around roundabouts because there's high risk of lane shifts. Past HGVs or buses if there are blind spots. But when I overtook the bus earlier, there weren't any blind spots there. And when lights have just gone green, drivers are about to launch. Now they were launching just now. They were flowing, but I just flowed with them. So it's important to know when to hold back, and of course it's also important that you know your skill level. The first 6 months of me riding back in the day, I didn't filter at all. Also, filtering in poor conditions is risky. So at night, drivers struggle to see bikes, especially if you're in dark gear or in the wet, or car windows fog up, and mirrors are often useless. So add glare, reduce grip and unpredictable movement, and you've got a perfect storm. That's when I back off entirely. You've just to adjust your filtering rules depending on visibility. Alright, so do you filter every day, or do you avoid it altogether? Have you had close calls? Drop your story in the comments. Let's build a proper conversation around smart filtering, because if more riders do it right, we might just earn more respect out there. Give it a like and give it a follow if you found this helpful. Hit the subscribe button as well for more evidence-based ride-alongs. Remember, it's not just about the destination, it's also about the journey. Stay visible, ride smart. It's been Angel Talk, and I'll see you in the next one.